Welcome to Infinite Audiobooks, where timeless wisdom flows through every word. Today, we explore Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. It's more than a philosophy. It's a way of living with purpose, joy, and balance. In the next 18 minutes, you'll discover how small habits, deep passions, and mindful choices can transform your life. So sit back, breathe in, and let the journey begin. Unlock your Ikigai, the Japanese formula for a meaningful life. What if the secret to a long, joyful life was hidden in a single Japanese word? Ikigai. In today's video, we'll uncover timeless lessons from the international bestseller that's touched millions of lives across the globe. Etymology and origins. The word Ikigai is composed of two Japanese characters. Iki, meaning life or to live. Gai, meaning worth or value. Together, they form a concept that translates roughly to a reason for living or that which gives life meaning. Historically, Ikigai wasn't a philosophical framework, it was a feeling, a quiet joy, a sense of anticipation for tomorrow. In Okinawa, where the philosophy is deeply embedded in daily life, Ikigai is not something you chase, it's something you live. It's found in tending a garden, sharing tea with a neighbor, or waking up with a sense of purpose. The four pillars of Ikigai. Modern interpretations of Ikigai often use a Venn diagram to illustrate its structure. This diagram, popularized by author Hector Garcia and Frances Morales, shows four overlapping circles. 1. What you love, your passions and interests. 2. What you're good at, your talents and strengths. 3. What the world needs, your contribution to society. 4. What you can be paid for, your profession or vocation. Where all four circles intersect, that's your Ikigai. But even if you only touch 2 or 3, you're still on the path. Let's break each down. What you love. This is the spark. The activities, ideas, and experiences that make you feel alive. It could be painting, teaching, solving puzzles, or helping others. It's the emotional fuel behind your purpose. What you're good at. These are your skills, both innate and learned. Maybe you're a great communicator, a strategic thinker, or a compassionate listener. Recognizing your strengths helps you align your life with what you do best. What the world needs. This pillar connects you to others. It's about service, impact, and relevance. What problems can you help solve? What value can you offer to your community or the world? What you can be paid for. This is the practical side. It's not about chasing money. It's about sustainability. Can your passion and skills support your lifestyle? Can they evolve into a career or business? Ikigai and psychology. Psychologists have drawn parallels between Ikigai and Western concepts like self-actualization, flow, and eudaimonia. Let's explore a few. Flow state. Coined by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, flow is the mental state of being fully immersed in an activity. Time disappears. You're focused, energized, and fulfilled. Ikigai often lives in this state, when you're doing something you love and are good at. Eudaimonia. From ancient Greek philosophy, eudaimonia means human flourishing. It's the idea that true happiness comes from living virtuously and fulfilling your potential. Ikigai aligns with this. It's not about pleasure, but meaning. Finding your Ikigai, a personal journey. Discovering your Ikigai isn't a one-time event, it's a process. Here are steps to guide you. 1. Self-reflection. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? What do people thank me for? What problems do I feel called to solve? 2. Experimentation. Try new things. Volunteer. Take a class. Start a side project. Ikigai often reveals itself through action, not thought. 3. Journaling. Write regularly. Track what energizes you. Look for patterns. Your Ikigai may be hiding in plain sight. 4. Feedback. Talk to friends, mentors, and colleagues. They may see strengths or passions you've overlooked. 5. Integration. Once you find your Ikigai, integrate it into your life. It doesn't have to be your job. It could be a hobby, a cause, or a mindset. Ikigai versus passion versus purpose. Let's clarify some common confusions. Passion is what excites you. Purpose is what drives you. Ikigai is where passion and purpose meet your skills and the world's needs. You can have multiple passions. You may change careers, but your Ikigai evolves with you. It's a living compass. Section 2, Lessons from Okinawa, the blueprint for longevity and purpose. A morning in Okinawa. Imagine waking up in a quiet village on the island of Okinawa. The sun rises slowly over the Pacific, casting golden light on the tiled rooftops. An elderly woman, well into her 90s, tends to her garden with steady hands. Her neighbors wave as they pass by, and she smiles, not because she's trying to be polite, but because she genuinely feels joy. This is not fiction. This is Okinawa, one of the world's 5 blue zones, where people live longer, healthier, and more purposeful lives than almost anywhere else on Earth. The Okinawa Centenarian Study. Science meets lifestyle. In 1975, Dr. Makoto Suzuki launched the Okinawa Centenarian Study, the longest-running research project on aging in the world. Over the decades, his team studied more than 1,000 centenarians to uncover the secrets behind their remarkable health and longevity. The findings were astonishing. Clean arteries and low cholesterol, low rates of hormone-dependent cancers, strong bones and lean bodies, sharp mental clarity well into old age. These weren't just genetic miracles. They were the result of lifestyle choices, cultural values, and a deep-rooted sense of purpose, what the Okinawans call Ikigai. Lesson 1. Purpose is medicine. One of the most powerful lessons from Okinawa is that having a reason to wake up in the morning, your Ikigai, is directly linked to longevity. In interviews, elders often speak about their roles in the community, their gardens, their grandchildren, or their crafts. They don't retire in the Western sense. They simply shift their focus to what brings them joy and meaning. Live far enough away from your family, so you're not running into them every day, but close enough to take them a warm bowl of soup on foot. Okinawan proverb. This balance of independence and connection reflects a life of purpose without pressure. It's not about ambition, it's about contribution. Lesson 2. Eat light, live long. Okinawans follow the principle of hara hachibu, which means eat until you're 80% full. This simple habit reduces calorie intake and prevents overeating, contributing to lower rates of obesity and chronic disease. Their diet is rich in sweet potatoes, a staple, tofu and legumes, seaweed and green vegetables, small portions of fish, minimal meat and dairy. They consume less sugar and processed food, and their meals are often shared with family or neighbors, reinforcing social bonds. Lesson 3. Movement is natural. Okinawan elders don't go to the gym. They garden, walk, dance, and practice traditional martial arts like Tai Chi. Physical activity is woven into daily life, not scheduled but spontaneous. Even in their 90s and 100s, many continue to tend to their fields, cook for their families, participate in community rituals. This natural movement keeps joints flexible, muscles strong, and minds sharp. Lesson 4. Community is vital. Okinawans are deeply connected to their moai, a lifelong social group that provides emotional, financial, and spiritual support. These groups are formed in childhood and last a lifetime. Benefits of moai: shared meals and celebrations, support during illness or hardship, a sense of belonging and accountability. Loneliness is rare in Okinawa. Elders are respected, included, and celebrated. This social fabric is a key factor in their mental and emotional well-being. Lesson 5. Mindfulness and ritual. Okinawan life is filled with rituals that promote mindfulness. Morning tea ceremonies, ancestral offerings, seasonal festivals, daily gratitude practices. These rituals slow down time and create space for reflection. They also reinforce cultural identity and intergenerational wisdom. Lesson 6. Mental clarity through simplicity. Okinawan elders often display remarkable mental clarity. Researchers attribute this to low stress levels, strong social ties, a diet rich in antioxidants, regular mental engagement through storytelling, games, and crafts. They live simply, not because they lack resources, but because they value what matters. Their homes are uncluttered, their routines are intentional, and their minds are free from constant distraction. The Okinawan way. Okinawa teaches us that longevity is not just about living longer, it's about living better. It's about waking up with purpose, moving with ease, eating with intention, and connecting with others. In a world that often glorifies speed, ambition, and consumption, Okinawa whispers a different truth. Slow down, be present, live with meaning. So as you listen to this audiobook, ask yourself, what is my Ikigai? What small changes can I make today to live more like the elders of Okinawa? Section 3. The Power of Flow. Unlocking deep focus and joy. The moment time disappears. Picture this. You're painting, writing, coding, or playing music. Hours pass like minutes. You're not thinking about dinner, your phone, or tomorrow's to-do list. You're simply in it. This is the state of flow, a mental zone where focus, joy, and performance converge. In the context of Ikigai, flow is not just a productivity hack. It's a gateway to purpose. It's how we experience our passions in real time. It's the feeling of being fully alive. What is flow? A psychological definition. Flow was first defined by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi in his groundbreaking book Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience. He described it as a state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. Key characteristics of flow include intense concentration and focus, merging of action and awareness, loss of self-consciousness, distorted sense of time, intrinsic motivation, effortless involvement. In flow, we're not chasing rewards. We're immersed in the process. It's the sweet spot between boredom and anxiety, where challenge meets skill. The flow channel, balancing challenge and skill. Csikszentmihalyi introduced the flow channel, a graph that maps challenge against skill. Here's how it works. Low skill plus low challenge equals apathy. High skill plus low challenge equals boredom. Low skill plus high challenge equals anxiety. High skill plus high challenge equals flow. To enter flow, the task must stretch your abilities without overwhelming you. It's why elite athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs often describe their best work as effortless yet intense. Flow and Ikigai, the interconnection. In Ikigai, flow is the experience of purpose. If Ikigai is the compass, flow is the journey. When you're doing what you love and are good at, flow becomes your natural state. Examples: a gardener lost in pruning roses, a teacher explaining a concept with passion, a coder solving a complex algorithm, a musician composing without noticing the time. These aren't just hobbies or jobs. They're expressions of Ikigai through flow. How to enter flow? Practical steps. Flow doesn't happen by accident. It requires intention and setup. Here's how to cultivate it. 1. Choose meaningful tasks. Pick activities that matter to you. Flow is more likely when the task aligns with your values and interests. 2. Eliminate distractions. Silence your phone. Close unnecessary tabs. Create a focused environment. 3. Set clear goals. Know what you're trying to achieve. Even small goals help guide your attention. 4. Match challenge to skill. Push yourself slightly beyond your comfort zone. Too easy equals boredom. Too hard equals frustration. 5. Use rituals. Start with a warm-up routine. Light a candle. Play a specific playlist. These cues signal your brain it's time to focus. 6. Track time blocks. Use techniques like Pomodoro, 25-minute focus sprints, to build momentum. Flow is the feeling of purpose. Flow is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's how we experience Ikigai in motion. It's the bridge between intention and joy. So whether you're writing, teaching, building, or simply being, seek flow. Protect it. Practice it. Because in those moments when time disappears and your soul speaks through action, you're not just productive. You're alive. Section 4. Small joys matter. The art of everyday happiness. The whisper of morning light. Imagine waking up to the soft glow of dawn. The air is still. A bird sings. You sip warm tea, feeling its heat travel through your chest. No grand event, no milestone, just a moment. And yet, it feels complete. These are the small joys, the quiet, often unnoticed moments that stitch together a life of meaning. In the pursuit of Ikigai, they are not distractions from purpose. They are the purpose. Why small joys matter. The psychology of tiny happiness. Research in positive psychology reveals that small, frequent moments of joy contribute more to long-term happiness than rare, big events. These micro-moments boost emotional resilience, reduce stress and anxiety, strengthen relationships, enhance mindfulness and gratitude. They're the emotional vitamins of life, easy to miss, but essential for well-being. Ikigai in the everyday, purpose in the mundane. Ikigai isn't always found in grand achievements. Often it's in the smell of rain on dry earth, a shared smile with a stranger, the rhythm of chopping vegetables, a handwritten note from a friend. These moments remind us that joy doesn't need permission. It's already here. The science of small joys. What happens in the brain? When we experience small joys, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter; oxytocin, bonding and trust; serotonin, mood regulation; endorphins, natural painkillers. These chemicals create a cascade of well-being, reinforcing the habit of noticing joy. Examples of small joys, a living list. Let's celebrate the ordinary. Here are some small joys that often go unnoticed. Freshly laundered sheets. The first bite of a favorite dish. A child's laughter. Finding a forgotten 100 Indian rupees note in your pocket. A compliment from someone you admire. The scent of jasmine in the evening air. A perfectly timed song on shuffle. Mindfulness and micro-moments. Mindfulness is the gateway to small joys. When we slow down, we notice more. Try gratitude journaling. List 3 small joys daily. Savoring. Pause and fully experience a moment. Digital detox. Reduce noise to amplify presence. Curiosity. Approach the day like a child seeing it for the first time. These practices train your brain to seek joy, not just stumble upon it. Thank you for walking with us through Ikigai, flow, and the beauty of small joys. Your presence here means more than likes or views. It means someone somewhere paused long enough to feel something real. Every story shared, every idea explored, is stitched together by listeners like you. So as this audiobook fades into silence, may the wisdom linger. May a phrase echo in your thoughts. May a small joy greet you before sleep. This isn't goodbye. It's a soft breath between beginnings.